How's everybody doing tonight? We're ready to continue on with our Ocarina of Time one-hit KO challenge. We got a spooky one tonight, because it's all going to be Kakariko themed. Got 2 dungeons to go through in this said town, Bottom of the Well, and Shadow Temple. So, we're going to be spending a lot of quality time in Kakariko Village. So, we should probably get started here, but before we do, as always, I want to remind people of the said rule set for the said challenge. So, the rules are as follows. Starting out, number 1, every hit, fall damage, and void out instantly kills Link. So I just have to be extremely careful in this challenge not to get hit or fall down pits, because I will instantly die. Number 2, must fully complete both the vanilla dungeons and Master Quest dungeons, meaning we have to go through both sets of dungeons per area. So, well, starting out with Bottom of the Well, I gotta go through all that in the base game, then reload it back up in Master Quest and go through it all again. And this will include opening all treasure chests in all the dungeons. Even if they're ice traps, I must open them. Number 3, we must collect all the heart pieces, heart containers, gold sculptures, equipment upgrades, and items. So this is just a 100% run, with the hearts meaning absolutely nothing. Number 4, fairy revives count as a death. So anytime I just want to get a move on and we need a fairy for something, I will allow it, but if we got to use the fairy, we will be adding that to our overall death counter. And the final one here, number 5, we are not allowed to use Nayru's Love. Still haven't gotten to that point where we have that said item, but hey, it's actually coming up very soon. So that rule is going to be relevant here. Probably by either the end of tonight or the beginning of next session of this. It's very, very close. But I'm not allowed to use this said item. Anytime you want to be reminded of the rules, check the description on the YouTube video itself. You can see these rules at any given time in the description. And if you're watching live on Twitch, !rules, you type that in chat, and you'll get a bot command that lists all these rules at any given time. But that's all the rules. Nice little reminder of how this challenge works. Now, let's start the challenge. I gotta turn that down a little bit in my own ears. And we should be good. Alright, cool. So, I didn't update the death count in this file itself, but that's not really that big of a deal. Because we're at 170 due to some of the shenanigans we had from last session, which we are not repeating this time. But I'll just update the death counter in the file itself, because that is up to date. Alright, so I put us here at the Temple of Time because immediately we're going to want to just go right back in time and become Child Link. So that's what we're going to be doing. Because here's a problem we have, and I'll show it by the time we're done inside of Bottom of the Well. It is technically possible to go through this dungeon as an adult, but you're locked out within the first room. So, no real purpose of us to actually even enter that said dungeon right now. Streamer Forget song. Because I'm not used to playing it on a Pro Controller, I'm used to playing this on a Game Controller. There's my excuse. Alright, so thankfully we don't have anything else we have to do here in Kakariko specifically, so we're just going to make our way over to our dungeon. I will want to, however, do something here a little bit different, because here's the thing. You can actually get inside this dungeon whenever you want. So I'm actually going to make it daytime, and I'm going to be doing something a little different to get inside. I just gotta be very careful because this can't kill me. Which makes sense, it's instant death. Everything kills me. I sneeze and I'll die. I don't need to talk. I just need your chicken. This is the risky part. I need to grab the cucco. There we go. Got it. Oh, but I didn't get the right time because I hit the cuckold to begin with. So, I'm going to have to leave. So, what we're doing right now is I'm not going to play the song to get in. I'm going to show other ways of getting in the said dungeon. It looks like Navi might have helped me out here. No, never mind. But the chicken's coming after me, it wouldn't have mattered. I'll just add that into the death count. Thank you. This one's actually going to be in a much better spot now. Because the cuckold no longer is going to go into the pen. Get up. There you go. Second try, not bad. I got screwed up on the first one, so this was a much better setup. So, activating Infinite Sword Glitch, it allows me to get into the said area, and then would you look at that. The water is one way. As soon as you get down to a certain part, it doesn't matter anymore. You can just come right on in. It's fine. Normally I would save here for my Master Quest file, but it's already set up, so I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna grab that stick, some magic, and let's get this dungeon started. Immediately I want to jump down this hole to get me an item. Bomb shoes. Everyone knows this bomb shoe pack if you've seen an Ocarina speedrun before. Because almost every speedrun you can think of that uses bombs goes for that set of bomb shoes immediately. They're super valuable. Small key. But that's not the only key. We got 2 for the price of 1 special over here. Because here's key number 2. Should probably have Deku Nuts equipped, because that, honestly, is probably going to be helpful. Didn't mean to get the stick up, but that's okay. And here comes key number 3. Just kidding, it's more nuts. Yeah, thankfully they don't put all the keys, like, back to back to back. That'd be a little excessive. Ooh, how do I get that? Oh, it's not that way. But unfortunately in this dungeon, the gimmick here is you can fall down in fake pits. Problem is, I die if I fall. So I don't think I want to do that. I do, however, want to try something. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to enable a cheat for this. Just so I can show this off. Where is... I don't remember what it was under. It's under items? I think this is just how you equip things. I'm trying to see how you unequip things, because there's an option for that. Here we go, equipment toggle. This one is very important, because now with that setting on, I can unequip things. Right? Oh no, that's just the thing for me putting it on a different button, I think. No. Okay, what's the option? It's on the other one. I know that for sure, my other version. Not actually a cheat code. Maybe I'll just show it off on the other build, because I can't remember if the option exists in the current build or not. I thought it did. Oh, it does. So why can't I take off sword? I can unequip my shield, but who cares about the shield? I want to unequip sword. Alright, fine. I guess I'm going to have to do this in a different way. I need blank B button. And I don't think there's a way to get a blank B button now. Oh, that's kind of annoying. I'll show this off on the other build then. So I'll mention this again later. But I do need to have no sword equipped for a very specific glitch to show off, and I can't do it here. I'll just show it off in MQ. be fair, I guess I can do the alternate method here. That'd probably be better. Oh, I didn't want to go in this way. I want to go this way. Oh, great. Compass before map is my favorite look. Doesn't this look great? I had a feeling the pods would hit me. I held the shield button, but I swung my sword first. Doesn't count. I will say that room kind of sucks for one-hit KO because of all the chaos in it. Flying pots are pretty bad for one-hit KO challenges. And I've been seeing that a lot as of late because I've been watching some people do... Oh, really? I've been watching some people do some Ocarina 5-hit randomizer runs, which, if you haven't heard of the rule set, it's actually very similar to this. It's kind of what I base the rules around. You only have 5 hits to work with for your entire randomizer seed. Once you get hit it 5 times, you gotta reset. And specifically 5 hits because of ice traps, trying to give you a little bit of leeway. So I've seen people play that with one-hit KO, and it is very punishing. So that's what the rules here I'm using are based off. Okay. Sure. How did I guard and get hit at the same time? That's why I don't like the flying pots. For one-hit KO, flying pots are actually one of the worst enemies to deal with because it just sometimes goes through your shield. I don't know why. It's stupid. Nice hitbox. Why do I keep on stunning him when I know I can't move past the Skulltula? Just bad muscle memory for other areas, I guess. Not gonna bother. I'm just grabbing the skull from here. No way I'm getting close to those pots because they have some of the worst hitboxes. Alright, so that's that first Skulltula. Now we get our second one. All the Skulltulas are locked behind locked doors, so if you don't care about the bugs... How did that not stun you? If you don't care about the bugs, you don't need to worry about getting keys in this dungeon, thankfully. Where's the other keys? Of course, the second I utter that out of my mouth, he's there, waiting for me under the floor, because of course he is. The floor here specifically is not one way, so I don't know how that happened. Just really unfortunate timing. Really? I just want to move, buddy. Thank you. This is a horrible start. It hasn't even been 15 minutes yet, and we've died 7 times for all of this nonsense. It's gonna be one of those nights, isn't it, for deaths? Where it's always the weird thing. Careless deaths. My least favorite. Okay, nice. Nice, I forgot the floor itself is like maybe a foot wide. I thought it extended out slightly more. My mistake. It is literally gonna be one of those nights where it's careless death after careless death. I don't like those. That's what bloats the death counter. Okay, now we're done dealing with the dumb deaths. I say as I have another dumb death. I'm staring the guy in the face like, oh, what do we do? Let's use the boomerang instead, man. Still had it equipped. I'm trying to get my bearings, thinking where I should go next. We're not gonna get the dungeon map until basically the end. I'm just gonna foreshadow that now. Because once I go down to the bottom level, I don't want to come back up. It can skip a puzzle if I play my cards right. So I'm just trying to think, what do I do next in my head here for planning. Oh, this room I remember being kind of crap. I can't even do it right now anyways because I don't have a key. Man, I'm like brain farting. Can I start over? I'm not even thinking straight right now, which is not good. I don't want to do the gimmick here just yet because I want to show off another thing specifically. Forgot about him too. I do feel like I need a do-over. Well, thankfully Master Quest will be my do-over. Because it's honestly... Bomb of the Well is weird in Master Quest. It's a lot easier by comparison. But it's also more cryptic. So take it as you will. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, for a first playthrough, Bomb of the Well can be a little rough. It's mainly just because of all the invisible floors, but they really do push for you to find Lens of Truth first. And I'm not getting that right away. So that's gonna complicate things. Thankfully, I know where all the bottomless pits are, so for the most part, don't walk off the edge like I've been doing. It should be okay. This will be a neat little trick that will save me from having to open up these caskets. I'll just use the boomerang to get a key. So if I don't pay attention to the Gipto, you won't pay attention to me. There you go, first try. Mind you, I could just light these torches with Din's fire to also avoid the Gipto. Well, what's the fun in that? Just avoid everything. Makes it even better. I'm gonna save here real quick because I can't remember if this trick works after you unlock the door. So I'm just gonna make a safety save just in case. I still want to show off another cool thing here. Okay, good. This is useless, but I gotta grab every chest. Oh, I wasn't supposed to do one more hop there. That's what it was. So that's some rando brain right there kicking in. There's a setup you could do to make that room a little bit safer, and I think I actually went in the wrong area. It's supposed to go in the corner, backflip, and then side hop. There's just an easier way to get through that room without knowing where the floor is. And that's the setup. So I'll try it again. Every time. Why do I do this every time? Too bad I can't use corpse push on this, because that requires taking a hit. That guy can push you out of bounds, but if I'm not careful, it will hit me. But it's so precise, I don't even think people who actually run this game at a high level even like doing it. There's a lot of tricks in this game that, oh yeah, this is cool, it can do some really interesting stuff. Save you a lot of time. I don't want to touch that. Like, that's the mentality, because a lot of things in this game are really hard. Who would have guessed? Yeah, that's the setup. Get in the corner and then jump. Oh, that was very close to me burning my shield and dying at the same time. My favorite. Thankfully, neither one of those things happened. Oh. Would have been the worst thing to lose my shield, just be inconvenient. Because I have to go all the way back to not Kakariko. Actually, no, they don't even sell any here anyways, even if I can't get to the store. I'd have to go back to Kokiri Forest. Alright, so at least that works with the door unlocked. So what I just did there was open the door in a completely different room, but now I'm still in the main foyer. So the game loaded up the room we were just in with the keys and the BMOS. It thinks I'm there, but I'm in the main room. So because of that, a lot of stuff is unloaded. Like you'll see in here, no treasure chest, no like, all that stuff's gone. But more importantly, the environment itself is only loaded with the graphics, not the actors or the hitboxes, so I can just jump in the water like this, and it doesn't exist. So that allows me to get in the water without actually having to drain the water. And this is really important, because that gets me into this crawl space. So that allows me to get over into this room specifically to fight Dead Hand. Slice the sword, you idiot! He's like slashing. What is he hitting? Nothing? How did I miss? I hit him with the first slash, so what changed? He's in the same position. Well, that's confusing. Well, I'll show this off again, because now I have to get back over the Dead Hand. Oh, that's so stupid. I question that hitbox. Even easier to do this with Bunny Hood because of the increased speed. So, the reason why this glitch specifically works, where I'm loading into a different room but still in the main foyer, the cutscene of you coming out of that crawl space, it lingers for a little while afterwards. So you can use that little amount of time that cutscene is still playing from the crawl space to run over to the door and open it. Because the game doesn't expect you would have enough time to do that. You do, it's right next to the door. So that was a little bit of an oops from the devs. So, utilizing that specific cutscene, the game does not know what to do with Link's positioning. Okay. That was bad timing on my front. Do I want to... Yeah, that doesn't matter. I was trying to think if I wanted to just save that or not, but I still have the Forest Wind. I'm gonna do the trick one more time to just show it in general, but I think after this specific run through, I'll probably just drain the water, because I have to anyways. I need the treasure chests that are under the water specific areas, so I can't get them right now. Thankfully, this doesn't load any of the enemies in this room, as we mentioned before. And the one enemy specifically that's been on my nerves in this room, the big green bubble, does not exist. And that's really nice. There's also supposed to be an enemy in here too, but once again, doesn't exist. We'll see it on the way out, though, because I'll reload the room normally when I leave. Also, I think for safety reasons, I'm going to put down a Forest Wind in here, so if we die again, I can just come right here. That other one doesn't really have use. If I played my cards right, it would have, but I'll just play it safe now. I want to move you in a specific spot. This should work. Oh, I missed the second hit. Oh, man, that would have been so good to do one cycle dead hand. So, what you can do in this fight, as you just saw there, he was running away, but I still hit him. It's very possible to hit dead hand before he goes back on the ground, but it's really tight timing. If you can do that, this is a really fast fight. It is risky, as you're seeing, though, because if I miss, he will do his attack that will definitely hit me, because I don't have a shield up. I didn't want to save. Oh, nice D-pad. I gotta run back over there, because now my Forest Wind doesn't exist. I'll be doing this strat again as an adult, but it's way easier as adult Link, and you'll see why. But that's once we get the Shadow Temple. It's gonna be a bit. The camera, please. I think at this point I'll just drain the water, because I gotta get these chests anyways. I'll get the one over here first on my left side. It's just, I believe it's like 5 rupees. It's nothing. But it is a chest. You know the rules. If you don't, you know where to look. Oh, it's just a recovery heart. Even more worthless. At least 5 rupees if I didn't have a full wallet I can use. A recovery heart with these rules, it's just a waste. Now, bombs we can take any day of the week. Alright, so because I'm running through this room normally, I gotta be careful in the middle here. There is a Skulltula, so I'm gonna hug over to the side of the wall. That's a bad spot. I'm actually surprised I didn't get hit at all. I get away from the hand. That hand's in a terrible spot from that hand itself. Oh boy. Yeah, I was like, that hand, man. I should have probably just killed it. He just was hovering over that hand on the left corner the whole time. Alright, so this time, I hope my D-pad cooperates when I'm doing menuing. Let's just make sure. Because I don't want to use Forest Wind. I want to keep it there. So I don't want to save if I die. think I'll just play this one safe at this point. We'll have another attempt anyways at Dead Hand once I do Master Quest. It was a decent fight. It could have been better, but at least I got one of the one-cycle kills. We get this. This chest is going to be completely wasted because we're rich, and that's 200 rupees. Also, give me the magic. I definitely need it. Alright, so this here is our actual item of the dungeon. The whole reason why we're here to begin with. The Lens of Truth. Now we can see hidden things. It's also known as... Wait, I have that item? I forgot about it. Because let's be real, no one remembers they have this item at a certain point. It's mainly just used for very situational things. They just forget it exists. Alright, but now that we have our main item, the only thing we have left now is one more treasure chest, and that is the map. So we'll grab that, and then we're done here. So, how do I get down to the center without dying? Hopefully this one works. Yes, okay, that's a much safer drop. That way I don't have to deal with the re-dead. And that's it. We have fully cleared out bottom of the well. So from this point, we could just leave with a warp song. We're done. I think just for the sake of being complete. Oh boy, get away. I guess he doesn't know his friend's dead in the corner because they normally mourn the loss of one of their fellow comrades. Okay, nice grab. They normally mourn they mourn the loss of one of their fellow comrades when they are killed, but this guy did not care. I guess he's heartless. I gotta finish up this dungeon proper, so I will do the silver rupee puzzle. There you go. If only I had Goron tunic right now, that would really help. There's a cheat code I could use for this that would allow me to equip it as a child, but that's cheating. He says as he equips swaps long shot and item he's supposed to use right now to see if these sliders can work. Cool. Well, because now you watch me climb that ladder. I think that was more fun. Alright, we're finally done here. So at this point, we can leave the way we came, but honestly, there's no point. Because now we can leave via Prelude of Light, which would be better. Alright, let's save our game, because now we're done there. We must make our way through the Master Quest version of the same dungeon. I gotta update this game's death count because, oof. Don't talk about what just happened. Big yikes on that number. Hey Matt, how you doing? Alright, so let's do the other method of getting in the Shadow Temple. And while that's going, I'm gonna make sure that this actually works this time. Where is the option? Turning off things. Yes, this is it. Perfect. I'm not going to do anything yet with that. I'll explain in a minute. Have you been? I mean, we could be better, because I keep on doing a lot of stupid stuff. So there's that. Other than that, I'm good. How you doing? That's fine to screw around for right now. I'm gonna just need to wait for, I don't know how long at this point. Maybe another like 30 seconds. Ah, that's perfect. There you go. So, we can do a Navi dive to also get in the bottom of the well. So, that's convenient. When we're done here, we'll open it up normally. But not right now. And this is the whole reason why I need to make sure I had the proper version this time to actually unequip something. I didn't get it. Alright, so I have to try this for Max. I've never done this before. But I want to do something called blank A. Blank A will allow me to move around in this dungeon in a very interesting way. And it requires me using a Deku Nut without having my sword equipped inside of a crawl space. It's very, very precise, and I don't know how exactly it works without sword. Must be something to do with the animations. Hang on a second. Let me figure out what exactly I'm doing wrong with that, because I am definitely a noob when it comes to blank A. Okay, I think the problem is I'm watching a video that's doing this, but they're not actually doing it. They're actually talking. I have this muted. Oh, I think I need sticks. That's why I'm also not getting this correct. Oh, I got it. Wow, it was just that easy. So you may have noticed right now, it doesn't say enter. So I can do this. Whee. That easy. Okay, that guy did not agree. Unfortunately, though, I don't know how useful this is in Master Quest, because there's not many things underwater in Master Quest, and that's the whole reason why I did this. Yeah, there's like no treasure chest, so this is kind of worthless here. Well, that kind of sucks. Would let me go to Dead Hand early, so I might as well just do that, because I can go in the crawl space, if I'm not mistaken. No, you can't get in crawl spaces. I'm gonna have to cancel it then. Wasn't it just pulling bombs cancels this? There you go. Okay, so I had to do it a couple times. It does eventually cancel it. Just took a minute. Alright, I will show how actually effective that is by just loading up the vanilla file, because if that's not going to work here, I'll have to show it in vanilla, bottom of the well, because it's actually a very, very useful trick. Unfortunately, though, with how specific it is for the setup, you have one chance to do it, and that's before you get Kokiri Sword. So, with that in mind, you're never doing this in, like, a majority of speedrun categories. It's useful for randomizers, but that's before you get Sword. How many times you died earlier? We don't want to talk about it. Too many. Let's just say that number you see is 16 more than it should be. Alright, so this is an interesting gimmick. The floor here is still invisible, but they put pots all over it. Now, this is where Master Quest Bomb of the Well gets interesting. All the invisible puzzles, they make visible in some fashion. Like, look, this one's just flat out obvious. Now you want to hide this one. So either they just make the holes completely visible so you know where you're going, or they will put stuff on top of the area in general, once again, so you can see where you're going. This room is going to suck, because I can't see anything, and there's a lot of enemies in here. Let me actually leave and come back, because I'm just here for the Skulltula. This room's basically the same, though, as vanilla Bomb of the Well. You're just going in there for a Skulltula, and that's it. It's in a different place, obviously, because there's no grave there originally. Yeah, isn't that fun, by the way? Gibdo right as soon as you enter the room. How kind. Nice Poe. So this room, you ain't really come in here, once again, for a Skulltula. Is everything else in this area? There's nothing. You can open up all these coffins, but there's nothing inside of them. In fact, it might just be little collectibles like a recovery heart, so there's no point. This one's tricky. They changed the door. I think they realized that the door opening cutscene and this crawl space near each other, bad combo. So they changed it in Master Quest. So that glitch I showed off in the vanilla version of the dungeon where you can load a different room while still in the same one, you can't do here in the same way. Doesn't work anymore. I can't do anything here. I need a key. At this point, I should go over to where Dead Hand is for that reason, because I can't do anything else. Fun fact, Redeads and Gyptos, they don't see you if you just do immediate rolls like that. It's your footsteps that they listen to. So if you're quiet going past them, which, yes, ironically enough, the super loud roll sound, yes, that's quiet for them. They're only listening to your footsteps. Oh man, if I got him, I would have killed him. But he got me instead. I'm getting greedy with those quick kills, because honestly, it sucks to get quick kill Dead Hand as child. It's way easier with the adult form because of longer swords. Doing this as child-like is just terrible. To be fair, I could just ignore him right now, because I got what I came there for. There is a treasure, though, so I do have to kill Dead Hand. I don't like this. I can't go for the second hit now because of that. Thanks, hand. That's why I don't like the hand placement. How? That wasn't even on the screen anymore. That was gone. I love lingering hitboxes. I feel like if I did that 5-hit challenge I mentioned earlier starting the stream, if I did those challenges people are doing right now, I probably would get 30 minutes in if I was lucky, because how I'm playing. It's honestly not the way you play a one-hit challenge. Now, mind you, half of the things I'm doing are more just showcases, and that's what getting me killed. The other half is hubris. Like, now I'm just committed to the quick kill stuff because I just want to get it. That's the hubris getting the better of me. I jumped a little too late. Again, this strat you should not be doing at all if you're doing one-hit KO stuff because it's a stupid idea. I'm just doing it because I am a stupid person. Because I keep on going for the same thing that's killing me. Oh, I thought I got the out of bounds dead hand spawn for a second. It's very possible to get this guy to spawn out of bounds. This is extremely rare. Like, I think there's only been, like, what, maybe 1 or 2 documented out of bound dead hands. Just in general for this game. It's extremely rare. Now, there's another room, actually, in Master Quest, where this guy shows up in Shadow Temple. That room, way more common for it to happen, but it's still pretty rare. And I'll talk about it when we get to the room, but here specifically, Dead Hand has a large area he can spawn in, but sometimes he can just spawn out of the boundaries. Now, in Master Quest, for whatever weird reason, they put Dead Hand in a super cramped room in Shadow Temple. So there's a much higher chance for him not to show up in bounds, because it's like half the size of his normal room. Dude, I hate the hands for this. How I keep on getting screwed by the hands when they're nowhere near me is impressive. I'm gonna go for this one more time. We're gonna move on. I'm just very stubborn. I'm a very stubborn individual right now with this quick kill. Because I know I can do it. I've done it before. But on one-hit KO, no, man. I've never done this before. And your nerves get the best of you. Even just the one-up that idea of I'm only trying the super quick kill stuff one more time, we're sending down a forced win. So if I do have to come back, it's way quicker this time. I've been doing that from minute 1. Okay, so that would have worked, but my sword missed. I know exactly what happened there. It was off ever so slightly to the right. So, we're just gonna kill him the old-fashioned way at this point, because I'm honestly sick of this, and I gotta fight this guy 3 more times. That's not even an exaggeration, that is real. This guy is everywhere for whatever reason. You know I have to try at least one more time because we're right there. How did that not grab me? I'm just greedy. I literally said I'm not doing it anymore and I keep on doing it out of habit. It's because of how effective, with some giant air quotes, my shield is for this. And I have to say it that way because you just saw how ineffective the shield actually is. Don't even bother with this one, he's in a bad spot. That's even a worse spot. I think that's also my problem trying to do these quick kills right now. Denhand keeps on going in like the worst areas. And of course, now I get a double hit, which is insult to injury. Oh man. Like legitimately, this boss fight is not fun as child because he can't do too much damage. As an adult, this thing is easy. But yes, I did all that work literally just for a compass. It's not worth it. It's really not. But here we are. Alright, we're gonna do a little bit of a pop-in setup here for Four's win. So I'm gonna pop into this room, leave, and now I can set a warp point. Because what I'm having to do now is go all the way around to hit a switch to come all the way back around here. So this will just save us the trip back. Because now we're going back in that room we were in previously with the Wall Master and Floor Master, respectfully. Can I hit this with Boomerang? Good. I didn't think that would work. Recess switches are kind of weird to hit. There we go. The whole reason why we're here. It's just for this one switch. And now, warp back to the middle. Fall down this hole in the center, which will then lead us to yet another switch. And that spawns our treasure chest with the item of the dungeon. Surrounded by redeads. Everybody's favorite. There's a group of them, so I'm actually gonna take advantage of this. I'm just gonna wait for this first. Excuse me real quick. Just don't mind me. More in the laws of your fellow re-dead brother. See ya. By the way, it wasn't me. I forgot this room is full of invisible Skulltulas. I just ran headfirst into an invisible bug. This is where you're supposed to use your Lens of Truth, as I run headfirst into the first invisible enemy in front of me. Nice room, huh? And this should be our final Skulltula. Sure enough. We're good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset the game, and I'm going to use my debug menu now for this. Perfect. So this should be vanilla Ocarina of Time file right here, because I'm using the title screen file. So let's go back over to bottom of the well. Then from here, unequip, and equip the items we need. So if I check my map here really quick just to make sure. Actually, is this? I think this is actually Master Quest still. Why? Oh, I know why. Because this specific build I'm using doesn't have the vanilla games file in it. So it actually doesn't work with vanilla layouts. I could fix that really quick. That would make a lot of sense. So if I just give it the standard game file, we're back in business. Okay. I think I spoke too soon. Because you can't see it because it's like the size of an ant font. That's what happened. Fun. Fun! Tonight is not my night. It's definitely not. Okay. Okay, I don't know why it keeps on crashing. I probably have to rebuild that file, but I'm just going to use a different build. This will be faster. Alright, so it's bottom of the well. Child. Perfect. And I do have the save states enabled in this. Alright, so this will work. Alright, so you actually can see a visual representation of the glitch working. Link just shimmied over a minute trying to get into the crawl space, but I just canceled it with a Deku Nut because he's trying to put away the Deku Stick. So this allows me to get blank A, which allows me to run through enemies, not taking any damage, but also fall in the water and interact with treasure chests. Extremely convenient, because now I can use this to get whatever's in these said chests. Then you cancel it just by pulling out a bomb underwater. Takes a couple attempts to do it, but that's how you perform blank A here in bottom of the well. And thankfully, there's another crawl space we can use right around the corner, so we don't even need to go back to the entry point. Although I'm not 100% sure if this one works. Okay, no it does, because I just saw the button change. So, this actually puts me in a very glitchy state, which is why I'm able to walk underwater using blank A. So, it's just taking my cutscene state specifically and allowing me to move around in that. So, that's how it works. That would allow me to get 2 treasure chests underwater. This is really useful for randomizer if you don't have sword yet. So, it's very, very situational, but I could find some use for this in the future, because I do want to try some glitched randomizer seeds in the future, and this would be a thing I enable. So, that's that. Let's get out of there. And now I gotta update my def counter, because 196, it's a little much. But it is what it is. Oh, I did also just realize. Should probably open up the entrance properly to the bottom of the well, just because. Make things feel a little more complete. Alright, let me wait for those bugs to go away, because I'm gonna try this. This will be actually very helpful for me in my next upcoming trial. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. I'll have to remember how to do that with the A button press, but I couldn't actually press A there. Would have talked to the guy instead. So I just did the Ocarina items without pulling out an item from a jump. I just did it via just shimmying around and pulling out the item. So that's an ESS Ocarina items. We'll be having to actually use that here in a minute, because I'm wanting to try the cheat method for getting the next heart piece here for Treasure Chest game. You're supposed to use Lens of Truth for it, but we're not going to. Also, this is a very fun fact. I kind of wish I was playing the 3D version of this game to show this, because of just how stupid this is. But under this well specifically, the devs knew about entering bottom of the well early. So, what the devs of the Ocarina 3D port specifically did was that they put a boulder down here at the very bottom of the well. Daytime only. For whatever reason, Grezco, which were the devs of Ocarina 3D, they knew about this trick entering bottom of the well early, so they patched it, but they forgot also to do the same trick at night, because day maps and night maps are technically two different maps in this game. So they forgot to add the boulder to the well here in Kakariko at night, so there's a running gag that this thing is a 9 to 5 boulder. I love that joke, thinking the boulder has a day job. But hey, we just kind of forgot about it, oops. The same tricks that dive down there still work in the 3D version. They're just night exclusive now. Like, there are very weird oddities with the 3D version of Ocarina. They fix some stuff, and then they also break other things. And some of the things they do to patch other glitches don't fully patch the glitches. It's like, the 3D version of Ocarina of Time is very weird. In a lot of ways, it could be seen as the definitive version. I would say probably that for retail releases, but I would think, honestly, it's this one. Ship is just probably the most customizable way of playing. Alright, so I'm going to use this once in here. I'm going to guess it's the top chest. So, I use Lens of Truth, then I can see what items are in the treasure chests. So, my guess was right. I said right, or top in this case, both are the same. That's the key. I'm going right again. No way it can be wrong. Let's go. Left. Ah, there's a failure. Alright, so now we're gonna try something a little different. I'm gonna wait for the bugs to fully go away for this, though. But I failed. So now I gotta leave and come back. Or... oh, I pressed it a little too late. So, this area, they only allow you to use your masks and the Lens of Truth. Because if you're allowed to use your Ocarina in here, you can play yourself out of here with Sunsong. But they let you also use bottles in here for some strange reason. I don't know what they were thinking. Probably just we'll let them use a bottle in case they have a magic potion so they can restore magic with green potions. Unfortunately, this causes a side effect they weren't expecting. Does this even work on Chip? What I'm trying to do is 1.0 only, so I'm not 100% sure this works. This is based off 1.2. So it's a newer release, and it patches this glitch out. So I'm not 100% sure this is going to work. Honestly, I kind of wish I had a fish. That's just much easier. I think this is not going to work in this version because it's 1.2. Okay, so I might just have to do this normally, which actually kind of sucks. 'Cause I was wanting to show this specific glitch. But it doesn't work in newer versions, sadly. Yeah, I keep on hitting the button, it's not putting away the bottle, so this is patched. Well, that's unfortunate. I won't even put it away when I do that, so 100% patched. So I'll just show what I'm trying to do, because unfortunately it just doesn't work in this version. I actually did it earlier, but I can't do it anymore because of, again, this is a 1.0 only glitch, so it just doesn't work here. Now, mind you, what I'm about to show is Majora's Mask footage, but it's because literally I'm trying to find the video for Ocarina of Time and I can't find a good one. Because unfortunately the Twitch highlight system is actually killing a lot of speedrun videos already. So I have a lot of dead links. So this is what I'm trying to do. You have a bottle in your hand, you try to put it away, and it pulls out the ocarina. It's actually what I did earlier for playing Song of Storms. That works in this game as well. I demonstrated it before, but unfortunately here, it was patched. This was something the devs actually knew about, I guess early on, because this was something they fixed back in the early days. Yeah, I can't even put the bottle away with A. You're seeing me mash it, nothing works, so this has been patched. And since this is based off 1.2, this is technically the patched version. That's not a thing I can fix in this version, right? 'Cause I saw fixes, and that was not one of them. Or restoration, I should say. Yeah, unfortunately, that's not one of the restorations in this, so I have to just do this the old-fashioned way. That's a little unfortunate. I was hoping that trick would have worked in this build, because they actually restored a lot of 1.0 exclusive glitches for Ship. But this one, unfortunately, is not one of them. Okay, I'm gonna guess every time, but I'm going to fact-check it with the lens of truth. For every wrong guess, I will add a new def. That's how we'll play it. I forgot to guess. This attempt doesn't count. Doesn't count. I was gonna say up anyway, so that actually sucks. Yeah, the glitch works in both versions of Ocarina and Majora. A lot of glitches, if they work in one game, normally it works in the other two, because they run off the same engine. Okay, if I had to guess here, it was up twice. I'm gonna say it's down. Hey, look at that. Let's go. I don't have to die. Okay. Up. Crap. I'm gonna make an actual tally. I'm not gonna do the deaths yet. We're gonna do all the deaths after this is done. Okay, it can't be up twice, is it? I'm gonna say down. Crap. This is not looking good. It's not up 3 times, it's definitely down. Gotta be kidding me! What's with the up streak? There's only one more room left. If this is up 4 times in a row, this is the dumbest luck. I'm saying it's up because of what's happening. How the heck? It was down once and then up 3 times in a row. So the whole solution was down, up, up, up. Come on. Gee, I wonder. Piece of heart. Knew it. Oh. This will get us out of here faster. Cool, I'm a winner. Yeah, I'm so happy of winning. I'm gonna die. I gotta do this 3 times. It will put us 1 number shy of 200 deaths. I don't know how to feel about this. That was a thing. That clears out everything here in Hyrule. So there's no more items to get in the castle area. And that's great. Oh, I also... I kind of just screwed myself out of magic. I'll get the magic that's in the grave back at Kakariko. So, here's the stupid thing about magic. It loads in as your file loads, which includes even when you die. So you always start at 0, and it works its way to whatever you're at last. You can interrupt that process, and I did. So because I interrupted my magic filling from a death, now I just lost all my magic. So I'm gonna have to go get some real quick, because I kinda want magic. I need it to get into my next dungeon. It's kind of important. Without magic, I can't enter Shadow Temple. Thankfully, there is a insta-heal fairy here, like whatever the big fairies are. I just always call this a big fairy. But this heals you and also gives you all magic. Can't put them in bottles, but that's fine. I just need it for magic. Alright, so now we have long shot. I can do this, which is kind of random. But I can shoot up here inside of the windmill, which is, again, I don't know why this is here. It's just a thing. And then it gets you up here, which has nothing. So again, why would you bother? Well, now let's make it daytime and do that again. As you may have remembered in the Nocturne cutscene, there was a Cucco. There's no Cuccos here in Kakariko as an adult, so you may be wondering where that Cucco come from if there's none in the entire village. Well, for whatever strange reason, there's one up here at the top of the windmill. I don't know how it got up here, who put it here, why is it here? Lots of questions of why this Cucco exists. Actually, I know what I'm going to do to make this a little bit simpler on me. Because here's the thing. I'm actually wanting this Cucco right now for something. So remember how I said before, I'm actually going to just do this really quick. Save here. So I can show this. Oh, I forgot I saw the one hit KO bonk on. That's not going to count as a death before someone says it. Because I just forgot the setting was on. That's just worthless. Let me turn it off now before that happens again. I'm only turning it on just so we can just count some of our stupid deaths. Like, me trying to gamble. So here's your boulder. It's not a 9 to 5 boulder. This thing exists 24/7. They seal up bottom of the well here for the adult. So there's no way to get into the dungeon. Now, there is a couple different ways to actually gain entrance to Shadow Temple. But unfortunately, they all require me taking damage. This chicken here, on the other hand, is the only way I can get into bottom of the well without taking damage. Unfortunately, I need the Cucco now, and he is nowhere near me. There's no way to block him in this area, too, because I would just love to grab him from here. If you can walk this direction, that'd be great. Because these things just have a mind of their own. I didn't mean to destroy that, but you know what? That shouldn't actually matter. Okay, if you're not gonna come towards me, I'm gonna have to push you over. That's the only problem. Perfect. So I'm gonna make another save state here. This is just so we don't have to do all that crap again. So you may see the water from bottom of the well. It's just kind of chilling out of bounds. So what we could actually do is I'll use free cam so you guys can see this better. We can fly down into bottom of the well, come out of bounds, and just fall into the actual dungeon's loading zone and go straight in. Although by doing this out of bounds fly with the Cucco, he doesn't flap his wings. So we're just kind of falling with style. So I'm just gonna go straight over to the loading zone and just hit it. And there you go. Now we're in bottom of the well. Here's the problem though. We're in bottom of the well as an adult. Guess what adults can't do? Climb through a crawl space. Oops. So even if we can get in here early, it doesn't actually matter. Kinda sucks. Although, what's fun, though, is that you can use a weird shot and grab a re-dead from the other side of the wall if you're playing Master Quest. So, Adult Link technically can get in this dungeon, it's just not this version. I figured I might as well show that because there's no other opportunity of actually getting to do that. Like, why would you ever use the Cucco here in Kakariko? It has no practical use. That's the only use. At least in my opinion. It's really the only use that it can actually have. Neat. I just want to do a fun thing here. We may have dins, but we also have fun stuff like glitches. And dicks. So this is how you can enter bottom of the well, or not bottom of the well, Shadow Temple, without using Din's Fire, because it's actually required at this point in the game in order to actually get in this dungeon. You can also get in here with fire arrows. Have fun. You're gonna need a lot of magic for that, so I recommend a couple potions. There's also a clip you can do to get in this dungeon, but yeah, well, I don't want to chance it. Because if I miss, I die. You know the drill. Alright, cool. So now we made it into Shadow Temple. This is a good time, if any, for us to take a break. So I'm gonna prepare my other file so that we can just jump into Master Quest when we're done here as well. And while I do all that, I'm gonna get up and stretch, and I recommend everyone else do the same. So, when we come back, we'll make our way through our second dungeon here in Kakariko, Shadow Temple. Stay tuned, be back here in just a few minutes. Alright. We're back, and we're ready to take on our next dungeon here, Shadow Temple. So, let's make our way through the said dungeon. Now, what's interesting to note about Shadow Temple is that we don't actually have to come here right now. We have a choice between Shadow Temple and Spirit Temple. This is the only time in the game they really give you a choice between two different dungeons you can go to at any given time. But realistically, you want to go for Shadow Temple first. Not only is it in the same area, you get a warp song, so you can actually go back and forth to Bottom of the Well, which is where they want you to go before Spirit Temple anyways. But it's also, the item here is much better to have compared to having items earlier from Spirit Temple. And we're gonna actually be getting the item of the dungeon here very soon. So I'll talk about it once we get it. Like, realistically, specifically, if you're doing a speedrun in this game, Shadow Temple is always one of the first dungeons you want to beeline towards in almost every Ocarina category because of how useful the item here is. It's just that helpful for pretty much everything you can think of. In case I'm stupid, by the way, I'm playing down a warp point. Because this room has 6 hands, so I can see me getting caught pretty easily. I should also show this. That's such a good spawn. So you can see where Dead Hand actually will spawn in. But you can also use that to your advantage too, because you can knock him out. That's the dumbest way of dying. I held my shield when I was targeting him, so I would still face that direction. Link said, screw that, I'll just do a flip and go backwards. Why? I didn't do that, Link. Come on, dude, really? Gonna do me dirty like that? Oh, I don't like that spawn. He's literally on top of my hand. So he can kill the hands, and that's exactly what I need to do right now. And because I know where Dead Hand is, I'm gonna bomb the spot. And look who it is. I still don't like where he is in relation to the hands, though. That kind of sucks. Oh, I thought I got the out of bounds spawn for a second with that target reticle. It could have happened. It easily could have been the out of bounds spawn. Because that's what can happen. He just spawns on the floor. Alright, so the reason why we have to come here first is because I really do like the item from this dungeon. It is one of the best items in the whole game. Hover boots. These allow you to hover in the air for a very short amount of time. But that short amount of time, that's all we need. They also really help for a lot of different glitches too, because you can do a lot of bomb boosting with these things. I can't though because I will die. It's part of my rule set. You can also use this for much easier bomb hovering. And it does just make your movement just different in general. So I'm not going to always want to wear them. And thankfully, because of D-pad items, I can equip and unequip them at will. So yeah, now we have butter shoes as people coined it. A little too close. There we go. Cool. I'm gonna use this really quick because I'm gonna demonstrate something. Although I just realized I put that back over my boot slot. I should play this how I do it rando so I don't have that be a problem. Always leave the hover boots there, always leave iron boots over on this button. Ocarina, and then I can use these buttons for everything else. Now, how do you do this again? Should be 3 hops, slash shield, slash jump, and jump. Yeah, there you go. Cool. This is just for later. Don't mind me. Just making the shortcut now because something tells me we're gonna want this ASAP. So yeah, you can do a little bit of a clip to go through that wall because almost like a lot of walls in this game, they're all kind of a suggestion. So I can just immediately go to the end of Shadow Temple, which is convenient, but we're not doing that. Now, fun thing about this door is that you can't really see it, unfortunately, my camera angle's here. But you just heard it. That's a key door. So you can actually use the key from the other side. If I didn't have a key, I wouldn't be able to get in. But that's gonna screw up a lot of stuff, so I'm gonna reset now. I need the key back. Thankfully, that shortcut will stay open, though, so I don't have to worry about reactivating the shortcut. This, however, I thought got blown up. I guess it did not. Now it did. I don't want to get in these guys' line of sights. Redeads will mourn the loss of one of their own, but not Gyptos. Gyptos are more cold-hearted. They don't care. So they can still freeze me. Alright, so this is where we need my key. In this room we got a couple sculptures from the ceiling. I'll just bypass them with the hook shot. Thankfully, if you get hit in the cutscene, it doesn't count. That does, though. I didn't even get hit by the guillotine. It was nowhere near my character. Come on. Look at that. Come on. You can't tell me that gap counts as a hit. You can't. Well, I guess I can demonstrate just how busted Bunnyhood is with hover boots. You can cross larger gaps than you're supposed to. So needless to say, I don't think I should be using this for any intentional hover boots hovering, because it will break a lot of the game, just flat out. Dude, what? I got killed after the cutscene. That's not even fair. I gotta go more over to the left or something, because that's getting ridiculous. Or maybe right, just because of how things work with my aim. Because I use the hookshot on my right side, so it pulls me over to the right of any object. There you go, much better. No dumb deaths this time. Our random Stalfos. You don't need to fight him. I'm just gonna ignore it. Alright, I'm gonna want to put down a Four's Wind here really quick. Alright, so I have an idea of how this is gonna work. I'm wanting to try something here, and that's why I put down Four's Wind as a safety. It's not gonna work anymore. I have no idea where this death trap is in relation to me now. Ah, I wish I had notches. This is gonna suck without notches. Yeah, this is horrible without notches. Oh, I can't go straight down. Oh man, I love how setups are ruined by a controller that don't give you exact moves. Holy crap, man, this is a thing. Maybe I won't do this at all because I don't want to break out a GameCube controller just to walk backwards. Oh, I actually got it. And then I do that. Okay. Well, let me reset. I just gotta make my own setup on the fly and make this easier. That won't work. That doesn't work either. I gotta go instant. Can't really do that if there's a blade in front of me. Hey, there you go. That was essentially first try when I figured it out. So this is a kill enemy room. That's how you're supposed to get in here, but as you see, you don't need to kill all the enemies to get in here. Like's a homie. I'm not gonna let him grab me though. He won't be a homie anymore if he grabs me. So you may be wondering, how do I get out of here? Cause there's a solid door in the way. How do you get past a solid door? It's not like you just walk through it. Oh, that's right, I forgot. Walls are a suggestion. Excuse me. That's how you're supposed to get in the room. It's a kill enemy room, so you kill the keys and the like, then it opens. But the like also is in a perfect spot, so just clip. Oh, this is another one I want to try something with. But I need to get rid of the BMOs just to be safe. Oh, no. This one I can't remember, like, how this works. I do know it's easier if I have Big Core on equipped. Was it just that easy? Yep, I forgot this one's just that easy. Look, it threw me for such a loop. I literally just got killed because I wasn't paying attention. Now that's classic. Let me update the file def count before I forget this. So, remember how the walls are a suggestion thing? This door has the same problem as Door of Time, where there's a slight seam on the left side, and you can use that seam to just clip link through it. Big oops. There's another way to do that, it's just I don't remember how you do it with the Master Sword, because it's like a jump slash, you get inside of it. But Big Goron's easier, you just zip. That's it. Yeah, walls are a suggestion. Dude, if only that actually worked in real life for me, because I would have less bruises. That's a real thing, by the way. I'm not joking. I might sometimes accidentally run into a wall in my own house because I take a corner too fast. That's just my bad. Look, we have moments where we're just kind of not paying attention and you take a turn too fast and all of a sudden you just whack something as hard as possible because you're in a hurry. I think we've all been there. So if walls were a suggestion, my life would be easier. By the way, you say something like that now, Matt, you can't wait to see me play Sonic Unleashed. I'm just gonna say that much. You ever see me play that game? Half of the Werehog levels, yeah, there's no walls. Not in this house. Alright, so what's the jump slash clip to get in here? Oh, it's just that. Okay. That's really not that different. I just line up with this wall specifically, jump, and then I can just jump slash through. Because this wall here, the stone wall, it's a perfect angle to the wall and the door. Like, okay, well, I want to be off-center by like a degree. Which conveniently, the stone wall is. And there you go. Master Sword, Big Goron, doesn't matter. That wall is fake. Just like doors or walls. Yeah, they're all suggestions. The fact that thing is up that high makes it super annoying if you're playing this without hookshot. Because you can't grab the skull. That is a natural situation you could be stuck in. Randomizers. Oh, wasn't enough. Alright, this is gonna be risky, but I gotta do it. Perfect. Those are one-sided collision. Both of those spike pillars. So the bottom has a hitbox, but the top does not. It's just something you can stand on. But you can wedge Link inside of it by just doing a backflip. He just goes straight through it. Because you're skipping the hitbox part and you're going into the floor part, which the floor is one way. Very convenient. Alright, so that's how you're supposed to get in there normally. Another silver rupee puzzle. Alright, this room up ahead, I actually want to put on Goron Tunic. There's a very specific reason as to why. And it's random. Spikes. I can stand on spikes with Goron Tunic, but not with any other tunic. It counts as lava. So, the Goron Tunic to work with other hazards, everything just kind of shares the same damage table. So, spikes have the same damage table as lava, which means you can just walk on top of spikes and take no damage for about a second. It's kind of random, but it's also very helpful for this specific case, because I don't want to die just by touching a spike. There it is. I was trying to remember what pixel was the thing on again, and it's like, oh, that one. Yo, let's go. First try. So you're supposed to use a bomb for that, but bomb twos also work. Just some really clever timing for the bomb two explosion. And I could have skipped this room altogether if I just used Forest Wind in the previous one, but it doesn't really take that much longer to kill the keys. I also need to show this, because this shot is very precise, and I gotta go for it at least once. Let me get my equipment, and it's D-pad, no, not D-pad, C down, so it should be this one. Yeah, here we go. Alright, so I'm giving myself the standard hook shot. Because there's a hook shot target up here, but you can't reach it with hook shot. However, it is just barely possible to reach this thanks to that treasure chest. If that treasure chest didn't exist down there, there'd be no way up. It's that precise. I have to go for the Iron Boot Super Slide, because that's just so fun. Yeah, that spike knowledge, specifically with the Goron Tunic, I only really heard that more recently. Like, within the past few years recently. It's very obscure. There's no way anyone would have known about that in the first playthrough, because it's a very random mechanic. You just have to kind of know how the damage values work in this game to understand, oh, Goron Tunic work with spike. No average person will think that. I'm hitting the corpse. How? I'm just shooting this with an arrow. What in the world was happening there? I don't even know what my stuff was hitting. That's a first. Alright, so because I found the hidden key, this is just simply a blue rupee. And now, we have done a full lap, because we're here. This is where the boat is. And we open up the shortcut early, because I know how to open shortcuts early. There's also this, which you're supposed to use Scarecrow Song for, but we have Long Shot. I don't even know why they bother with a Scarecrow target up there, because you can only come here with Long Shot. So you can just reach the skull. Alright, it's time for the hardest fight in the entire video game. This is going to be so challenging. I'm going to struggle with this for so long. Ugh. Man, this is really difficult. I can't believe we made it through that. That was so hard. So, I can't even do this with a straight face, man. I'm going for the bell. That's what I get. That is what I get for going for the bell. It's cursed. It's swag, but it's cursed. Yeah, so, then cut away the sarcasm now. The Stalfos on the boat are a very weird fight in this game, to a point where they just flat out jump off. So if you stand in the back, the Stalfos can literally not do anything to you. Being at the very back top of the boat, they can't reach you. And they try to get closer, but when they do, they just walk off the edge. So you can use that to your advantage and get through the section without having to fight them, which is good, because they're annoying to fight. Isn't there a way to also do this without doing the setup I did? I just want to see. Oh well. See ya. Bye. Seriously, guys, you don't know how to do any of this. You gotta try harder. Oh man, I had it. I want to get the bell. I just want to get the bell once. The thing is, I've done this before. It's just, I just want to show why you don't ever do this. This is just like the dead hand thing, hubris, yada yada. I'm terrible. Okay. Now that was just because my hover boots came out of frame late. The downside of D-pad items, sometimes you activate them a little too late. Did my magic get the fill before that happened? Okay, it did, because I wouldn't have had no magic right now. Don't mind me really quick here. I just want to see where I need to land for this. I think it's like right here? Yes. Okay. So I don't need that save state. Maybe I do after all. I'm gonna count that as a death, but just to save everyone time for us walking back, let's just pretend I actually died there. And now 2:11. Because that would have been another minute for no reason. Nice anti-grab, by the way. Yeah, I heard something about Sega dropping a Sonic timeline today. It's kind of random timing, I'm not gonna lie. you would have thought they would have done that maybe after Shadow Generations last year, especially with the movie coming out, but now it doesn't really make any sense to release it. So it just kind of feels like out of left field. It's neat. I haven't looked at it myself yet, but neat idea. Oh, oops. Again, this should just save us some time. I'm gonna hit it again here so we don't have to do it all again. I'm gonna count those deaths, but just reload the save so we can save our time. Yeah, I need to look at that. I also, for morbid curiosity reasons, I want to also watch the IGN Tops 10 Sonic game video they put out, because I heard it was terrible. Like, some of the things they put in whatever order they did, I heard was very controversial, which is an IGN move. Coming from the same company that said Sonic was never good, only to retract it years later. So I'm just morbidly curious. I don't like this. Okay, now we're fine. Because I was in a different window, that could have been really catastrophic. That counts as a death every time. I just want to get Bell. If I can show why I never go for it. Hey, there you go. It only took like 6 steps. So this thing has an extremely tiny hitbox, and when I mean extremely tiny hitbox, I mean tiny. You can't even see it on the hitbox viewer. Trust me, there's one down there. The Sophos can't get to me either, being up there. They're having fun. So now I'm gonna try to do this too. Oh, I missed. That's why I'm just gonna reload it so we can just get back on. Again, this is just for showcasing stuff now, so just for the sake of time. That missed. I'm surprised. I heard it collide with something. So what you can actually do, which is another time-saving thing, but again, you're never gonna see a human do this because it's just stupid. You can shoot the bomb flowers from this side on top of the bell and then jump off, which will save you some time later. And during this moment, now the ship is gonna sink. And now watch what happens with Stalfos. See ya. Get like the Looney Tunes screams, and that's a perfect cartoon panel. Hang on, did I see that right? Did I just go through the door? This might have been a save state problem. Yeah, that... Okay, so there's 2 doors here. I'm gonna put this down as a safety net, because something tells me a room might not load correctly. That's not supposed to be a door there when you're opening it up. There's supposed to be a gap. Sure. At least Sonic 4 Episode 1 and 2 is the modern timeline. Now that just seems kind of random to me because they just kind of abandoned the Sonic 4 stuff. So to make them canon in any fashion just kind of seems counterproductive in my opinion. I would have just called those games non-canon. Because now Little Planet is just screwed in modern timeline because they canceled the 3rd game. So I don't know what was the point in doing that. Yeah, it's definitely a thing I want to look at some point then, because that sounds like a messy timeline. which is nothing new. Video game timelines, I swear. Name me an actual timeline that sounds consistent. Because most of them are not even close. There's a lot of plot holes. Don't even get me started about Dragon Ball. I'll be here all day if I'm talking about Dragon Ball plot holes because of just time shenanigans now. Especially when they made a new series that tried to retcon a bunch of other stuff. Wait a minute. Actually, I want to get a quick put away here really fast. There we go. And because we already messed things up, I will just once again, just to save us time, because I'm going to be trying some stuff that could be risky. Does he wake up? Oh, I gotta take damage. I'll just burn this. Get out of here. As you can see, I can't kill that Redead. Got a problem. I'm just here for the boss key. By the way, we got everything in the dungeon minus the one extra chest in here. I just want to see where this wall goes. That's anticlimactic. Does this kill you? Like, void out way? No, it does not. That will count as a death, by the way. You're supposed to use Din's fire on this because, funny enough, these can be burned with fire, just not that fire. Fire arrows don't work here, and I don't know why. Din's fire is the only thing that does work here. Unfortunately, there's a really funny thing you can do in this room, but I can't do it because of one-hit KO rules. You know what? I'm gonna turn it off for a second just so I can show what I'm talking about with that. Why not? Actually, let me use the big chest. I'll make this easier because I got to set it back up. Perfect, first try. So again, I have to turn off the mode in question. So this is just for showcase purposes only. Put that back to vanilla damage. What you can do is actually walk in front of this wall like this. Oh, he didn't notice me. That's the problem part about this. You may have to reset this room a couple times to get this to work. You walk in front of the wall, and you hope that a Redead pays attention to you. They really don't want to pay attention to me today. He normally looks at me almost like immediately. I'm surprised. There you go. So you have to take damage for this to work, which is why I couldn't show this off. But now I can get on the other side of the wall just like this. And I have to, unfortunately, deal with it. Redead. I'll just freeze it because I'm not going to kill it. But here's the problem. You can get squished in the middle of the room. We'll count that as a death. So what you're actually supposed to do in this situation is use Din's Fire or QPA. That's why I have to get it again. Oh, he won't notice me now. Notice me, Redead. There we go. You slide through, grab your item in question, but you can burn this from the other side, so you're able to get out. It's not a one-way trap, thankfully. Alright, but now with that, room taken care of, let me put back on our one-hit KO stuff. Because again, that was just for showcase purposes only. Now we're back to insta-kill. And I think just so this game doesn't have a freak out, I have Furor's Win in this room, so I'm just going to save and quit to reload the game. Because if those doors are screwed up, this boss might not load correctly. So we'll just make sure that's not gonna be the case. And it puts me right where I need to be anyways. Also, this area sucks if you're trying to go through a randomizer with key sanity, because there's a very good chance that one key specifically will lock you out this entire dungeon, and it's this one. Alright, it's time for everyone's favorite Nintendo boss, Floating Head with Hands. The variant of this week is Bongo Bongo. There you go. Easy fight, and you can stun lock this guy pretty easily. Quick spins are the most consistent way to stun lock Bongo, but you can also do it with some jump slashing timing. So, I'll be fighting this boss a third time, because there is an Easter egg way of killing him, but because of how I'm playing the game, it's impossible for me to do. So I'm gonna have to cheat it in, because I'm not coming back here later. I'm gonna be 100% honest. We're gonna use the title screen file for it. So I'll be doing that after we clear it in Master Quest. Yeah, the boss itself is not very scary, which is funny, because it was the boss that we were alluded to back in the Kakariko cutscene for Nocturne. That was the spirit specifically that came out of the well. But the spirit itself is more terrifying in a lot of ways than the actual boss itself. The concept of it could be scary for like a 5-year-old playing this game, but its threat level is pretty minor. Oh, by the way, Impa's here. Sure. Presumably this is where Impa went during that 7-year-long gap. She came here to Kakariko and went to Shadow Temple. Then something happened, so here we are in the Sacred Realm. How convenient that she's a sage. There you go. Another dungeon cleared. Kind of. Because mind you, that's only the first half. The second half is Master Quest. But only one more medallion left, and we'll have them all. You know, I was going to update my save file for the deaths, but there's no point. It's going to increase. I already can see it. Let's just not and say we did. This is the one we gotta change, because 199, oh, how cute. It's, more than that. So immediately, you may have already noticed some things are different here, which makes sense. On the wall, don't mind if I do. Let's go get our hover boot. Oh, okay, guess not. Yeah, so we need a key immediately here. We can't just go get hover boots. So, because of that, we're actually going into the main part of the dungeon early. You may be asking, how do we get over there, though, because of, you know, obvious reasons. Hope you got fire arrows. I don't even think that Din's fire reaches. No, it does not. And you can hookshot these torches, but you will just instantly die. Because there's no way you survive this. So, you have to use fire arrows specifically to enter into the first major area of the dungeon. Fire arrows are completely optional in base Ocarina of Time, but here, not so much. Hey Kira, how you doing? Got a comment somewhere that linked bottom of the well to the child portion of Shadow. I can see that being a thing, which is why I like doing bottom of the well and then Shadow Temple immediately, because they do feel like two peas in a pod kind of situation. Very much a yin and yang dungeon setup, just like with Spirit Temple requiring both child and adult links. Which is weird when the game wants you to go through bottom of the well to get Lens of Truth just to get the Spirit Temple. That's why it just doesn't make sense to do Spirit next. Because you're already here in Kakariko, set up for this area. Do this dungeon first. I've specifically gone out of my way to do Spirit Temple first, and it just feels wrong every time I've done it. I have to let go. That's my fault. Can I have like a little side tangent thing, by the way? I can't wait until this version of Ship releases publicly, like this beta build I'm playing for the Master Quest stuff. It has a much better controller mapping UI, which allows you to map multiple buttons. It's the big reason why I'm not playing with GameCube controller right now on main build of Ship. Because I like having my C buttons mapped to the C stick and also two physical buttons. I can't do both. It's just something I'm used to from playing on console for so many years with the GameCube setup. And I can't replicate it the same way unless I do like weird things like joy to key. This version would allow me to map things to stick and buttons at the same time. So I can't wait till it actually releases publicly and doesn't have massive bugs. Get out of here. And now, the sneakiest key in this dungeon. Just like before, this is just a safety thing. Although, if I remember correctly, there shouldn't be a key in this door. I could just go through it and not have to worry about burning a key. Again, I'm not going to just go through here like that. I'm just gonna do things normal. By the way, that sound you're hearing this whole time? Normal skull. I tricked you. Also, I'm not climbing this whole thing again. This room sucks to go back through with the shortcut. To me, it's a one-way because I hate doing the climb back. Actually, at this point, I want to have big sword equipped. So it's gonna make Dead Hand a little bit easier to fight too. Because we're coming up to fight number 4. Mind you, the fact you fight him twice in the base game is already too much. So the fact I gotta fight him a total of 5 times, based on how I've been playing, is a little ludicrous. Re-dead circle turns into death circle. If I get multi-hit with a charge, that might have been faster, but nah, I'll just stab him in the leg. Which dish? A solid thing in my way. What could they make you do? Tedium. I don't even know why this is here. Like, this stupid wall of blocks is so worthless. Why, man? Master Quest moment. Just put a wall of Song of Time blocks there, it's fine. There was also a wall blocking this door, by the way. That's the whole reason why I hit the switch. And now it's the whole reason why I'm dying, because I'm looking at the other switches. Is it still set up? Yeah, okay. So, I'll have to hit it again just to showcase. Because this is a multi-hit switch. I just put a wall up. There's no way to know which one of these is real, which one is not at first. You gotta pay attention to the eyes, because the one that doesn't shoot fire is the real eye. So it's really just kind of waiting around. Ooh, I like that dead hand spawn. And insta-kill, GG's. This guy is extremely easy to fight with Big Wand Sword, so use this. A spin attack will do the insta-kill, because at this point he has no health left. And just like the vanilla experience, hover boots. Same exact spot. Is this even randomized? It's not. We've used this joke before, it's not even funny. Go back to joke school. Oh, hi. I forgot there was a BMOS. This switch is kind of annoying because you can't use magic arrows and Lens of Truth at the same time. So, you can do one or the other. At least you can use Lens of Truth while aiming in first person, so it doesn't just stop your aim. Because that would suck otherwise. Is this room set up the same? Yeah, it is. I got to do this trick again. I wanna. Hell then, I'm just gonna hit this number now. Wait a minute. Oh, he eats my shield and I get rid of it. I'm gonna count that as a death, but I'm not gonna save it. Because that would be kind of annoying every time to get my shield. Because thankfully it doesn't count. If you save before he eats you, it doesn't count. There you go. First real try. Mind you, this is not as lucrative as it felt the first time around, because no skull, but hey, at least they give you a small key. And just like the last time we did one of these clips, the door is just a suggestion. It's one-sided collision. Also, you got enough silver rupees? Holy crap, man. Like, what is this? They get so high-pitched, I swear. I don't know if anyone else heard it, but one of them sounded like a fart. It might have just been my headphone squeak, I don't know, but I definitely thought I heard something more than just a high-pitched squeal. Hey, where's the last keys? I guess that's actually it. Oh yeah, because this is just Song of Time, because of course it is. By the way, the high pitch you're hearing after Silver Rupee 5, that's exclusive to ship. In the vanilla game, they only ever expect you to get 5 silver rupees, so when they did this trick in Master Quest, after rupee number 5, it just doesn't go up any higher. It's just a collection sound. Like the one you heard after it finished. So it was bugged. The ship port here fixes that, which is nice. This is also what the eye switch did. Oh, that was fun. Nice miss. You know, in hindsight, I don't even need that switch being activated. Those platforms are worthless. I can just make the jump with hover boots. I demonstrated that in the vanilla version of this dungeon. How did that not count as a hit? What? The snipes! Wait a minute. Okay, that doesn't count as 2 deaths. Before someone says it, I was already dead, falling down the pit. It doesn't count as a revival, coming back from the pit. That would be hilarious, but also really, really punishing for my rule set. I legit kind of want to test that now for what the game counts as deaths on that front, but something tells me, no, I don't want to bother. Okay, that's why I've been doing the hookshot thing. This room is a major cause of a lot of deaths for us tonight, I've noticed. This stupid guillotine room specifically is just very cramped. No matter if you're playing Master Quest or not. So I keep on getting clipped because it's so cramped. Excuse me. Alright, you know what? We take whatever that was. I don't know how that didn't count as an actual hit, but you know what? I need a break. Here's your hint, by the way. Now you need the hover boots. I can't remember. Is this switch just for this specific gate? Yes, it is. So the clip here is completely worthless because you can just do that. But it's still funny. How did that not line up correctly? Hello? Now it did. I want to make sure I wasn't anywhere near that. Oh, come on, what happened there? How did that not count as clipping through it? I'm actually kind of confused of why that didn't clip. I must have been a little late. Again, these are strats you don't do if you're actually doing a proper one-hit KO run, but I'm just stupid. We like seeing number go up. I don't know, if you actually watch me do like a 5-hit rando where you don't want to actually get hit because it'll force you to completely reset your seed, meaning you lose, you wouldn't be seeing me do this. I'd be playing way more careful. But with my rule set, we're just seeing a number go up. How many times can we... how many times can we die before it's not funny anymore? Because when you have stuff like that happen, I'm pretty sure everyone's still getting a chuckle every time. I'm the guy playing it who's miserable dying every 5 seconds. I'm still getting a chuckle. I really also wish, which I think this is just bad design to Shadow Temple. I really wish they just stopped telling me every single time I come in here, hey, use Lens of Truth. Hey, use Lens of Truth. Hey, use Lens of Truth. Can that text box just go away from the invisible walls? In the back section it did. So I don't know why it's not doing that for the front foyer. It's just bad. It's like the one thing I never liked about Shadow Temple. No matter what version you're playing, that just happens. That was the same exact thing. I gotta take off Bunny. Because I'm not used to playing this game with Bunny Hood. I'm going too fast for cycles. Guess what? Use Lens of Truth. Use Lens of Truth. Like, can these text boxes go away forever? That'd be ideal. And there's no reason why they don't. Alright, take off the hood here because I'm gonna have problems, as we've seen how many times in a row. Also, for whatever reason, this is here. There was a hookshot target here to come back. I don't know why this exists. This thing is pretty worthless. Just to point it out. I found use for that in one scenario. Ninpai's Adventure, ROM hack. Oh no. I put on the boots and then jumped. Why didn't he do the hover? You idiot. The fact there's two BMOs here is just horrendous for what I have to deal with. Why? That's the second time in a row he put on the boots before he got to the ledge, and it still did not care. You can tell this game was not designed for fast equipping things in mind, so by doing that, you're kind of seeing the downsides. By the way, use Lens of Truth. What sucks is I would use Ferora's Wind to make this slightly faster, but realistically, that's only gonna save us, what, 15 seconds of running? The major bulk is this room, because this room is multi-layers. There is no door. Ferora's Wind's only gonna work on a door. If I really wanted to, I can go back to the Silver Rupee room and set Ferora's Wind there. That's it. Thank you. Don't know why it didn't happen the first time we were here. That would have saved us 10 minutes, it feels like. Whatever. I just got a jank hitbox. That's bad timing. Yeah, no way I'm wearing iron boots for this. That was a misclick. Shoot the hook shots! Why was he just like Like, dude, just fire it. Just fire it, man. Oh, so you got enough silver rupees in here? I'm just saying. This is a mess. Now, let me see if I can turn off that high-pitch thing every time, just to show how the original game handles this. I don't remember what it is, though. Fix this, fix that. There's a lot of things that we can fix, thankfully. It might just be something that's built in native, which is why I won't find it. I'm just not gonna bother. Just have to take my word, this is not how things sounded if you're playing the vanilla experience. Okay, I was right. That was a fart. I did hear a fart sound. I wasn't going crazy. I was right. 'Cause that's the second time I've heard it. What was that? Sound number 7 that just wants to rip one? Oh boy. I remember this room. And in Master Quest, put one of these down. Alright, that wasn't that bad. Surprising. Can I reach that from down here with hookshot? Good. That'll save me some walking. And you do all this for 20 rupee too. It's like, why bother coming in this room? There is no reason for it. It's just a waste of time. And there's a whole puzzle to get you in that room. So again, why bother? It's such a very, very random thing. Also, this is stupid. Like, this actually causes a problem. If you're in here with hookshot, remember that hookshot shot I did? When you just stand on top of this chest and you can just barely reach up here? In the vanilla experience? Yeah, you can't do that anymore here because of these stupid platforms. I don't know why they even bother to put those here. That's just annoying. Because now you need long shot to get in this room. So if you're playing a randomizer, sorry, come back with long shot. It's just, ugh. This room is pretty bad in Master Quest, and it's just for stupid reasons. Ow, my ankle. Oh good, I still have the iron boots on. Take them off. We're still doing the fun thing here. Flying through a room with iron boots. When else do you do that? Talk about a weird room. And you actually had to come in here this time, because this room has a key. That's really bad, because now I gotta walk all the way around here again. You know what? I opened the shortcut early. This is why. I'm gonna take the shortcut now. So we will have to backtrack through one room, but that's okay, because it's right here. So now, I'm gonna allow my shortcut. That's why we opened it. By the way, use Lens of Truth. I really hate this one specific part of the room so much, because it's super redundant every time. I know, I have the stupid thing. I've been using it. All to tell me like 10 times. I think I got the point after time number 5. Oh yeah, I forgot. This is just a weird change in Master Quest. They replaced a door with a handle with a latch door. So I don't know which room is which, just with muscle memory now. Okay, this still had a key, so that's why we have the key. It's just for my own sake. I barely missed. I was off by maybe an inch or two, and that's why I'm mad. Alright, well, thankfully, we got ourselves the hardest challenge here, because I definitely needed to have some kind of a challenge again. There we go, hardest fight. I definitely needed this challenge. We're getting stiff. As stiff as these bone men. Can't aim for the broadside of a barn. Like now we got 2 of them just not knowing what to do. One didn't know so much, and the other one's gonna follow. Thank you. Alright, I definitely made it. I thought for a minute I was going to fall into Void, which could have happened. I do believe we have one more skull left, so everything else is accounted for. Good. Oh, sorry, you wanted to actually play a song time to get rid of a block? My bad. Wrong spot, idiot. Like, why doesn't that work when I'm almost on top of the block, but not actually on top of the block, so it can move? Because it's not like it goes on top of that pillar. It just disappears forever. So that's just stupid. And then this is also stupid too. You hit a switch to raise up some hookshot targets, they hit a switch. Why didn't we just have to hit a switch to open the door? Like, why do we have to hit a switch to hit a switch? Like, it's just redundant. Oh, great. Nice butter on my feet. To be fair, you've noticed that if you watched all these streams up until this point. That is a constant theme at Master Quest. A lot of the puzzles have a lot of redundancy, like use Lens of Truth. Some puzzles in Master Quest are like 1-2 steps, like normal, and then you get other puzzles like this one, which is 2 steps for 1 step. It's just unnecessary for no reason. Well, at least now we get the hardest room in the game again. More challenge. Yeah, repetition is challenge Nintendo-wise. It does feel like that was the design mentality for a lot of puzzles in Master Quest. Like, that's why I just don't really care for Master as much. It's not necessarily a harder game, just in like core concept. It's just harder because we made some more redundant style puzzles. So you have to think a little more outside the box for us putting a box inside of a box. We didn't use a more complicated solution. We just put 3 solutions in one. It's just unnecessary. That's all. Oh, here we go. This room is just... it's a treat. So, this is our final fight with Dead Hand, and notice how there's just a crap ton of bomb flowers everywhere, but there are no Dead Hand hands. So what we have to do is force him out of the ground ourselves. This is the room where it's possible to get an out-of-bounds Dead Hand pretty easily, because of how cramped the room is. I think it's like a 10% chance of him actually spawning outside of the room in this area, because of just how small it is. It's like less than 1%, I think, normally in the other room, or roughly around these numbers. Don't quote me on the numbers exact. It's like very low odds to extremely low odds. Hey, would you look? A key just on its own. What could go wrong? Surprisingly, nothing. While we're here. Just waiting for that punchline and see, nothing. Room safe. No random salvos. For whatever reason, this room is unchanged outside of the key situation. Even all the rupees are still in the same pod. Like, this room is just... We changed out a Skulltula for a small key. That is it. I don't know why we did this. We just did. That's one of those random changes. Like, why did they bother? The room is essentially the same. Nice. Well, I guess we'll be using our for swing now. What I don't like about that room specifically is just all the keys. Because that is just annoying. And you can't kill him with fire. So you're just gonna have a bunch of fire keys now. If we were a child, this would suck. I'll just do this normally. It really doesn't matter. There's also a bunch of invisible, like, sculptures in the room, which, sure. Excuse me. Actually, we're gonna go through this next room in style. I hope I don't regret this. Nope, no regrets. In fact, if I lined it up better, it would have been a perfect hole-in-one into the door. Would have been really funny. Now for our final sculpture, just kind of chilling over here on its own. That hover boot slide almost killed me. That would have been fun. And that's it. We got them all. Alright, so I think it'd just be easier if I do things this way instead of what I was gonna do. I was gonna use the title screen file, but I'll just use this file for it. I'll have to change my equipment. Okay, no, I'm just gonna give myself the item if that's gonna be weird. So this is a little bit of an Easter egg thing. At this point, this is a very well-known Easter egg with the boss. So, you've probably heard this one before. But, if you go out of your way to go into Gerudo Training Grounds, which you can do at this point, come back here, you can use ice arrows on the hands of Bongo Bongo, which will freeze the hand, and now he'll try to break it free with his other hand. And you can use this to get some pretty fast hits on Bongo. And obviously with Big Goron Sword, this guy gets wrecked in like an instant. Like this boss, super easy with this setup. But realistically, let's not kid ourselves. You're probably not going to be fighting Bongo Bongo with ice arrows because you're probably not going to have ice arrows at this point. You have to go out of your way to get those set items and come here. It's unfortunate because of how useful ice arrows can be for one specific instance like this. I think it was theorized that ice arrows could have actually been swapped with iron boots from Ice Cavern. So if you got those in Ice Cavern, it would have made more sense. That's not the case. It would have been thematical to find them in an ice dungeon, I'll just say that. There you go, that's another dungeon down. But we're not done there just yet. There's one more thing to show when it comes to the Bongo fight. And I will use my title screen file for that, just to make our lives a little bit easier. There we go, Bongo Bongo layer, that's what I want. Alright, so I'm gonna use save states here just to make this a little more consistent. And that's why. So, what you can do actually in this fight is you can drop a bomb down the center of the hole here, and it hits Bongo. And now he's just active. Although we can't see him at all, and I don't just mean in a, like, oh, you just don't have Lens of Truth? Well, you probably can't see him because of that. No, I mean he's invisible. The boss itself now is here, but we can't do anything about it. Look, even when we play out things with collision view, yeah, you just can't see him. Because the thing is about Bongo, you can see it right down there. That little blue circle, this is Bongo's hitbox. So we can drop a bomb straight down, and it activates the boss. Then he gets up and move around. So, what you can actually do is drop a bomb, wait a second, fall, slash, which will hit him, and then from here, just keep on slashing, and if you do it in a correct rhythm, you will kill Bongo instantly. This is 1.0 exclusive, by the way. You can't do this on re-releases. But this gives you a very fast, quick kill to the boss, and it's down just like that. If you're playing on 1.0, this is the best way of fighting the boss, because it's just instant. Also, he doesn't show up for the death animation in the end, so it's just kind of blank and void until the dust settles. So that's a thing. Yeah, that's it. That's all Shadow Temple now fully completed. Alright, and now, well, thanks for stopping by, Matt, and you have a good rest of your night. Obviously, I'm not going to save that. So now what we're going to just do is get ourselves set up for our next area. But at this point, we got both dungeons that I wanted to clear out tonight completed. So, good milestone there. I am wanting to see my heart piece situation just because I'm trying to see how many heart pieces I have left that I haven't gotten. I think I'm on the right track here. But I almost feel like I'm missing one or two. Does that make sense? I might actually be, because wait a minute, let me think. By the time I get to Desert Colossus, if I play my cards right, I'll have enough heart pieces to get 19 hearts. So 17 hearts feels off. I got all the heart containers, correct? I should have. I could just check that really quick. Yeah, so this one's gotten... This one's good. Good. Good, because I've actually done this once before in like a casual playthrough years ago. I forgot a heart piece somewhere, or a heart container. I'm like, oh, well that explains a lot. Yeah, so there's no heart containers, thankfully. But I feel like I'm missing some heart pieces, so I'll have to figure out if that's the case, which ones. Thankfully, this room doesn't hurt me, so I can drop down freely. I'm just gonna look up a list really quick and just see which ones I haven't grabbed. That'll tell me. Also, I don't need debug on anymore. Turn that off. I can't remember. Did we get the 50 skull reward? That's the only one I'm thinking I might not have grabbed. Yeah, I did get it, because that would have been a heart piece. They're all collected, technically. Oh, no, I know which one I didn't grab yet. This one's probably just a mistake I haven't done. That's one. I am off. Oh, I know which ones I didn't do as well. Yeah, that would probably fix another 2 heart pieces. I forgot to do this when we were a child earlier. Oops. All right, well, I know I'm going after this. Don't even ask. I think it's just because it's getting late and I'm getting kind of... the whole 3 hours so far has been flustered. Because I've been making a lot of stupid mistakes for no reason. Oh, we're gonna hit corner pocket. Let's go. So we need gold scale or iron boots for this, so I just didn't come back here after we got a gold scale. That's, oops. So that's 1. Now I gotta figure out something else. I get 2 more heart pieces. That'll put me up to 1/4. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, I'm good. So I just gotta do frogs. Everyone's favorite. This was the one actually would have been a problem if I just didn't check a list really quick. Because that one I just completely blanked on. This would have been the time of having on age changing with like Song of Time would have been really helpful. But I didn't want to have that on for this. I think it's really good for randomizer, but it's not a thing yet in Ocarina Randomizer. Or at least not in like the main Ocarina Randomizer branches, from what I understand. It's in the combo rando. I've used it there before. And I think it's just ship exclusive for Ocarina Randomizer right now. From what I understand, because that's an option to ship. The version we're playing. Dude, I want to do another combo rando at some point. The only issue I have with them is just they're long. Playing Ocarina and Majora together are just very meaty. The one I did, which was at this point about a year ago. First time, 14 hours. That should just give you a good idea of how long they are. If I do one now, knowing how they work better, it would be less time, but it'd still probably be like over 10 hours. I would not be surprised. At least I still remember how to do that. Now I'm just testing my knowledge to make sure I still remember things. So these frogs, I gotta play every single song from the first row, which, just to save us some time on this one, turn on the item tracker. It's all these: Zelda's Lullaby, Epona Song, Saria Song, Sun Song, Song of Time, and then Song of Storms. We need all 6 of those for this. As you can imagine, this is the worst check-in randomizer. If you need all these songs for a very specific item, you're gonna probably be here for hours. So the hint you always want to read is Frog's dead. But this gives us 2 pieces of heart. And also a lot of money, so rip the money. Nothing to buy at this point. I'd just be spending money on like potions, which for the most part won't really help me. Just magic will. Or maybe just restocking on items, which is kind of worthless. The frogs look really weird though in 60 frames, I will admit. Their animations just being this smooth is very off-putting. Like, I can adjust a lot of the other animations being up to 60 in this, but not the frogs. I don't know why, the frogs just look unnatural. So there's a 1 piece of heart. We're playing all 6 of the top row songs. Now the other one's a minigame. Oh, wrong one. It's a very specific button combination. I wasn't even looking at the frogs, so I just want to get this done. Give me the piece of heart. And that's it. That just gave us 1/4 of a heart. So I just have 3 more heart pieces left. That makes a total of 36 heart pieces in this game. There you go. At this point, everything is cleared out for Child. And I only have 1 skull remaining in a different area, so everything is in our major new area of the game. Because I kind of lied. There is still 1 more thing for Child Link to collect in the overworld. It's just not here. It's all the way over in the desert, which we can't do anything with just yet. Gonna take a little bit of time to get there. Yep, and sure enough, everything else is collected. We got ourselves 1/4 of a heart, so 3 more left, and that's it for all the heart pieces. 1 more song, 1 more medallion. We got all the upgrades but 1. Our quiver is actually in the next area, thankfully. And in terms of items, yeah, we're getting the last spell soon. So maybe next time I do this, when I talk about the rules and mention Nayru's Love, we'll probably actually finally be able to follow that rule, because as of right now, no. For like 5 sessions, we don't have it, but session number 6, on the other hand, could happen. We will see. But that's going to do it for tonight's Ocarina of Time 1-hit KO. I don't want to talk about how many times we died, because a lot of them were very careless. Like, realistically, what exactly did we start with? Because I will say tonight was one of my worst nights for this, because of just a lot of tunnel vision deaths. I'm just going to be 100% honest with that. Some of these were just bloated for no reason. Yeah, we almost went out of 100. That's saying a lot. We started at 170. So I think that tonight's session was probably our worst, and it was our shortest. 63. That's over. Oh, that's pretty terrible. I will say next session I would hope I do better, because let's be real, a lot of our devs tonight were pretty careless. But that's going to do it for tonight's session. There's still one other thing to announce, though. And if you saw it earlier today on the YouTube channel, then you know. But I will be posting the actual link to this, too. Just have to... There we go, got it. So, you should probably go watch this announcement. I'll just say that much. Because join me back on YouTube specifically tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, as we're going to run through Mega Man Maverick Hunter X via the hard mode difficulty. And we're going to be playing through X's campaign to start. Because the plan here is that for this week, and then possibly next week as well, we will be running through all of Maverick Hunter X on the hard difficulty for both characters. Essentially just completing every run of the game. There'll be no reason now I'll have to ever go back to this specific playthrough. This will be covering every single last stone. So it will be an interesting experience, just like a lot of the other YouTube exclusive streams I've done in the past. This is a live recording of future videos to come to the main YouTube channel. So I'll be doing my best to interact with chat, but there'll be plenty of times I'll probably be more focused on what's going on in the game itself and with commentary and such. So it will be a very different kind of stream, but I do hope people come by tomorrow at 8 p.m. Check it out. I'll be making the stream public probably sometime tomorrow afternoon, so you can easily just mark it off on a schedule so you can remind yourself when it's happening. But that will be tomorrow, and those videos will come out after the stream itself. It'll be just broken up into like multiple different parts, kind of like how we've done a lot of these bonus playthroughs for YouTube specific content in the past. If you see my Pikmin or Shadow the Hedgehog content from these YouTube streams, you know how it works. It's very similar. And the VOD will go up after the fact on the VOD channel, just once the videos come out. So hopefully I'll see you guys there for that. And if it goes anything like how tonight's Ocarina one hit went, you're in for a treat. Definitely come by. There'll be a lot of death. So probably a lot of hilarity. Hopefully be a little bit better than that on my sanity. Because hard mode X does not play around, especially early game. It's rough. But that's mainly it. So, with that said, that's going to do it for me for tonight. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you back on YouTube tomorrow for that Maverick Hunter X stream. Take care and have a good night, everybody.